Welcome to the Kanye K Show. Here's where we speak up on it. We back y'all Wealth Wednesdays. We told y'all we was coming back middle of the week. We back after the short intermission.
In order to have anything in this world, you must speak up on it. In order to have anything in this world, you must speak up on it. Oh, that you're punching in Versace, she don't want it. She like it hot just like a coffee in the morning. Said if you want it, then you gotta speak up on it. Said if you want it, then you better speak up on it. 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 Said if you want it, then you better speak up on it. Said if you want it, then you gotta speak up.
Where you at? Where you at?
What
What's
up?
up, D Mac? Wealth Wednesdays, baby.
What's going down? What's going down? Well,
Back
when
here to give 'em- yeah, we back here to give them a little bit more knowledge about how to get their credit straight, how to retire properly, using the right platform, things to invest, how to invest your money,
absolutely.
how to build LLCs, proper way, proper structures, and doing those type of things. We've been doing this for the last. This is our third week doing it, and if you haven't seen what we've been doing, go back YouTube, go to YouTube, look up Wealth Wednesdays,
Check it
Kai
out.
and K, speak up on it, and check out what we've been doing. You know what I mean? Because we're trying to give y'all some knowledge about because it's been too long, man. Our people, man, it's not like this stuff is taught in schools, people, right?
It's not. It
Right.
wasn't. It wasn't taught. Certainly wasn't taught to us in the school. That's for damn sure.
Damn sure wasn't taught to us in school, and so a lot of this type of things, I was fortunate enough, just a little bit back my background, how I got into it when I was about 19, 20, something like that. Um, I I came across this when I was in college. I came across this guy that he was repairing people credit and stuff, or helping establishing credit, whatever. And I wanted to buy a car, right? And I had no credit. And so he put me on this plan, and he had this thing. Whereas he showed me how to do it. Well, not only did he build mine, but he showed me how to do it. And at that time, what he charged, oh my God, man, that hey,
Pennies.
that was, hey, look here, I'm gonna tell you, what he charged me gave me all the game, the paperwork, how to lay it out, and everything like that. And I never really like just took it serious as far as you know, I was just basically just helping my family members and my kids and stuff like that.
Right. Right.
And so I was just basically doing that. People who was that I knew that I would help them out like that. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
uh, and then later on, I was like, shit. Especially after I had my little motorcycle incident, I said, but shit, I gotta find some other way to make an income, right? And
That's right.
everybody need credit. I don't care how much money you make in the world. If you don't have no credit, you can't get shit. I'm telling you, they're not giving it. I don't care how much money you make. If you ain't showing some, you know, constant paychecks going in a bank account, that's what I'm gonna talk about today, which is this new system, which is the TNT system, and the T stand for trending data, and it's a whole new system for the 2026. So it's because they always evolving and changing up the game, because once people start learning one thing about it, of course, what they do, add some new shit, right, D Mac?
Yes, they got to keep you from getting there. They got to keep you from getting where they don't want you to be.
Yeah, they want to keep their fucking foot on your neck. You know what I'm saying? So, and you gotta, evolve when they evolve. You gotta, because ain't no way in the world you can play a game and win if you don't know the damn rules, right or wrong.
Right.
Exactly. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm here to do. I'm here to help you guys explain some of these things. I'm gonna go back from the first week. I'm just gonna pull this little chart up real quick, and for y'all that missed it, so y'all the ones that don't understand it, here it is. Here, this is how they base you off as far as your FICO score is concerned, right?
Hmm.
The amount owed, payment history, length of credit, type of credit. Was mixed. That's the mixture of credit. Whether you have loans, what type of loans you have, revolving lines of credit, which are credit cards, or installment loans, which is like a car loan, something like that, right? And
Hmm.
then the new credit, those are where your inquiries come in. You know what I mean? And you don't want to have too many of those in a period of a year span of time, because they would drop your credit. You know what I mean? So I just basically just wanted to share that real quick for you with you guys, just to let y'all know what that was about. That's what we covered on week 1. Week 2, we went over myths, certain myths, right?
Mhm.
And I ain't about to go through all that, but y'all, if y'all do, go watch the channel. Shit, y'all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we'll
Watch
get
the episode. It's just a half hour. It's worth your time.
absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So and it don't even take all that. You know what I mean? So all right. So now that's what I want to spend. Now on this new, I was telling you about the TNT is what is the barometer that they're using now. The system they're using on TNT. I know if anybody ever looked on your Experian and you're looking for your credit score, you see where it says FICO 9, FICO 8, FICO 7, different things. So, and one I have a picture of a car, the other one have a picture of a house, one have a bank. You know what I mean? So these are what the this is the different types depending on what you're applying for, what you're trying to get uh, approved for. They judge it off this particular FICO base, right? So the new one is the FICO 10T, which is trending data, which is they go now what they're doing, they up their game. They're looking at your bank accounts. People don't know that, right? So if you're on check systems or something like that, these are things that would disqualify you. They're going in trying to see if you're having regular deposits in your account,
Hmm.
right? And they're using third-party platforms such as I don't know if you've ever heard of Plaid, right? Plaid is a third-party uh, entity to where you connect. Like if you have Cash App, you have to use like Plaid. I think PayPal, I think uses Plaid. If you have an American Express card, if you're fortunate enough to have American Express, I mean you have decent enough credit. They use Plaid too for you to connect your bank account to there where you can do automatic payments. Chase does it as well. If you have Chase or if you have QuickBooks also does it. So and if you have accounts connected to Plaid and you don't know about it, what you can do is you can go to my.plaid.com, right? Click on there, put your information on there, create your username and password, log on there, and it would give you a list of all the bank accounts that they're showing on there to where creditors can go on and actually look to see, what you're looking like, if your accounts are being negative or whatever. Because see, we want to give them what we want them to see, not what they want. We don't want them to see all of what we have. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
That's right.
Right. So we want that to make work for us, not work for them. You know what I mean? So so if you don't know, that's once again, that's my.plaid.com. On there, create your account and you can pull it up. And even if you have businesses, you want to do that, and you don't want not have something on there. Don't try to play that type of game where you don't have nothing on there. Have something on there. If you have something on there where your account has been in a negative, or you've been getting NSFs, you know what I mean, or overdraft protection, that hitting you where you've been writing checks and you got the overdraft protection and you getting NSF funds, taken out because you don't have amount to cover it. You want to remove those accounts off of that, right?
Right.
Right? And you want to keep the positive ones. And you want to show where if you get paid, however you get paid, whether it's bi-weekly or once a month or however it is you get paid, you want to show that there's a constant some type of flow going into those accounts so that they can see that and they can see a balance. And you want to make sure that account sustains a balance of at least $100 a month, right? That's what I suggest, right? Or more, right?
Yep.
The more the better. So those are the things that you want to do. And also um, you have to understand now, because even like when you get up into the tier cards, whatever you're talking about, credit cards, they're actually looking at your accounts to see if the amount of credit that they're giving you, that you will be able to, are you able to really sustain that? Because they don't want you to go in there and get and over you do it. So if they give you like $20,000 worth of credit line, and your account is always in the negative, they're going to reduce your limit. They're going to
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
limit. And it doesn't matter whether you paid your bills off on time every month and never been late or whatever. They will reduce your limit. I
They,
promise you.
they anticipate you will be.
Exactly, and they don't want you, and they don't want to be put in the red, and they don't want you in the red. So that's what they do, right? So you have to make sure, and they looking through these things like plat to try to establish to see if you can maintain what they've given you, right? So it's no longer just okay, I pay my bill on time, I'm never late or whatever. They're now looking into your bank accounts. And people, you got to get your stuff together and structure your stuff right because there's no way you can be successful in this world if you don't put your shit together. Get your shit on, you know what I'm saying? Have it
Yep.
orchestrated. And that's the nuts and bolts about it. You know what I mean? Um, I'm gonna pull this up real fast here just to go over this real quick, and so we could all see.
What's up, brother Leonard? House. We talking about little wealth building investments and money stuff today.
Right. So here we go. FICO score is a specific widely used brand of a credit score. While a credit score is the general term for any numerical summary of your credit worthiness, think of credit score as the category like soda. This is the analogy they're using. All right.
Okay.
Brand like Coca-Cola. FICO is most common model used by lenders. Definitions, key definitions, right? FICO is a specific model developed by the Fair Isaac Corporation. Other different models exist, such as VantaScore. If anybody has, what is that other that they use? VantaScore is a different rating, right? They do a whole different rating system, and but most creditors don't use VantaScore. I mean, and it's also they're looking at a different. They're looking at your TransUnion and Equifax, but your FICO, most creditors look at Equifax, right? So your VantaScore is always going to be different than your FICO score, than your experience scores.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here. So remember, I was talking about this is like kind of an older version. We was talking about FICO 8 and FICO 9. You see that on the screen there? Versions FICO. The
Yep.
new version is the TNT, right? Now
Okay.
it's so new they don't even have it on. This is just starting this. That's what I'm telling you. They looking at your bank accounts now, peoples. They're trying to
Hmm.
see how regular your deposits are. Are you ever in a negative? Uh, and I would suggest, especially people who have your own business, like barbers or hairstylists, you want to set your stuff, or even if you go through like use QuickBooks, all this is under Plaid now. So if you do that, they're able to look at your bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? And you do want to set it up properly.
And those of y'all who getting a little bit uptight about that, yes, they can look into your bank accounts,
Yeah,
and they made it legal for them to do so. So
yeah, yeah,
they're not nothing illegal. They about to lend you some money or lend you some credit here,
yeah.
so they can look that up. They just can. So
As a matter of fact, if you even do TurboTax, right, and you get your returns,
yes,
you have
sir.
to sign up for Plaid for that, right? So that's attached, so they're able to look. That's how
That's
it
it.
goes now. You know what I mean? So ain't no getting around it. So ain't no don't think
No,
like yeah, ain't no getting around it. Ain't no shaking bacon from this one.
your money ain't private. It ain't.
No, not at all. Right? And so that's just a little bit of tip there. Like I said, we're gonna give you a little bit every month. That's a little bit on the credit side. I'm gonna talk about, and until we get more people here, and then when I'm gonna get on here, I'm gonna let you guys ask questions. You guys have questions, we'll answer it. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, LJ? So DMAC hit you with a little bit of some little retirement stuff and or life insurance stuff, and then DMAC keep forgetting to put your information on the thing so people can contact you if they need some life insurance, brother. So I got to.
No worries. We'll definitely get it on there.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's simple. It's my name is my email address for the most part. That's damonkmac@gmail.com. But we'll get it up on the
I'm
screen there.
ready
And
right now.
we just been talking a little bit about uh, life insurance and the different kinds and so on. Last week I talked a little bit about uh, term policies. Uh, uh, term is is just like it sounds. It's for a term amount of time, which could be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, depending on what company you're with, and the usefulness of it. It's not, um, there's no such thing as bad insurance because you're covering yourself in case something happens to you. So I don't ever think of it as that's not the one to have. It's all about preference, which way you want to go, because you can go uh, term policy or you can go with what's called a permanent policy, and those
Mm-hmm.
permanent policies are your whole life or your universal life. And they call those permanent policies because they last through your lifetime once you get them, as long as you're paying on them. You can have a permanent policy, a whole life or a universal life, age, from your birth till your death. You can be paying into that. And the benefits to those is you get what's called cash value. So
Mm-hmm.
not only are you uh, putting money towards insurance, you're also putting it towards some cash value, which the biggest advice I can give you on cash value is it's not to be used as a bank account, because it's not a bank account. Okay, so you put a $1,000, over a few months into your life insurance. You can't take out $1,000. There's not $1,000 in there because you have to pay for your life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and you're paying the company for that service. Some people think of life insurance as a ripoff. Oh, that's for somebody else to benefit on. Yes, it is. It's for your beneficiaries to benefit on it in case of your passing. This is how the wealthy have always passed down generational wealth. There's more. And I'm gonna do some research on this, but I'm gonna say it because I'm confident about it. There's been more millionaires made from life insurance than from anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Trust that. And people who think that it's a ripoff because they're just putting money into something that they're never going to use. Think of it this way: you get your if you get a $500,000 policy on yourself, you will never put $500,000 into that policy. You're never going to pay that much money into it for what's coming out of it. The insurance carriers uh, are taking a loss in the end. They will, but what they're going to do with the money that you put into it is invest that and make money off of it until you're passing. And they're going to give it back tenfold, as they say, to your beneficiary. So um, these things are beneficial to you, and you should think about them. You don't want, as we talked about, you don't want them to have to pass the hat around at church or do GoFundMe's and all of that stuff, because insurance isn't that expensive to uh, to put you in the ground. Let's say, there
Let's just say it's your responsibility. That's what I always tell you. So it's your damn responsibility to put yourself away. You know what I mean?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Don't leave that burden upon your kids and your family, just because your ass didn't do the things you need to do when your ass was here. You know what I
It's
mean?
it's one of those things that you can actually control. It,
Hmm.
um,
Now,
what,
just real quick, just a tad bit, DMAC, like so say like babies or kids from 1 to what, say 16.
hmm hmm
Um, is there a max amount that you can only put on them, or I mean, how does that work?
So the way that yes, the answer is yes, but it's an unwritten thing.
Hmm.
So what the carriers like to see, they like to see the parent have double. the death benefit that you're trying to get for a child.
Mm-hmm.
So um, it sometimes it's a gray area or kind of a slippery slope, because if you put uh, it takes a lot less money to get a bigger amount for a child, because they're less likely to,
Yeah, expired.
die in
Mm-hmm.
their parents, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be putting away $100 a month on yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right, and have a $75,000 policy.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put away $50 a month on a 1 year old, they might get more than that. No,
Mm-hmm.
they might get 100,000,
Right.
right? But they do take that into consideration, because you're just putting in a dollar amount, right? But when you're
Mm-hmm.
asking for, you could tell them, oh, I want a $25,000 policy on my child just in case something happens. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not going to cost you that much. You
Right.
can put it $25 a month away, and do it like that, and have enough money I ask potential customers all the time, and I tell them, I'm getting ready to ask you a very morbid question, but it's a real one. If your child passes away today,
Mm-hmm.
God forbid, do you have enough money for a proper burial?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just tell you, 9.5 out of 10, they say no, I don't, because I didn't think about it.
They ain't even thinking about it.
Right, because you didn't think about it,
Mm.
and it's an all too real thing. Unfortunately, I mean it just is what it is, and for what it costs you to I'm gonna kick real shit here. What it costs you for a drink at the bar or a sack of weed, you could be putting away some good money.
Hey, real talk too. Shit. Yeah.
Be putting you could get your child a really good policy, just in case. And because if you do a permanent policy, a universal life or a whole life, you could be gaining cash value with that policy for them for later things. Okay,
Absolutely.
we'll
Absolutely.
talk a little later about the later things that you can use these policies for. But
Mm-hmm.
guys, think on it, and we're at that age where we're not only parents, but we're grandparents and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, again, what's that $25 a month out of your pocket to make sure don't nothing happen, to your grandchild. If something happens, you just you know call the carrier. Hey, unfortunately this happened. They passed away, and now I want to bury them, and that type of thing.
And check this out, D Max. So also too, the earlier you started, the cheaper it is, but you maintain that same rate, right? All throughout whatever, as long as the policy is active, right? Like it does the
Correct,
policy goes,
correct. And
yeah.
and you also have the opportunity to increase it
Mm-hmm.
over time.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, after 10 years, you're like, okay, I want more than 25,000 on them. I want 50 on them now. You can
Mm-hmm.
increase that. You just you increase your payment, and move that up. They redo the numbers and figure that out. But yes, it will maintain for as long as you leave it at that dollar amount that you're putting in. It will maintain its death benefit. Yes, that will not change.
Mm-hmm.
That will not change. So
Yeah. So that's fine. And see, like I said, just like you would put insurance on your damn car, and you have insurance on your home or your apartment. If you have homeowners insurance, you should have insurance on your life. I mean, people just, I don't know why people just blow past that. Like, it's somebody else's responsibility to do that shit. It is not somebody else's responsibility. It's your responsibility to take care of that shit. Like I said, that the most embarrassing thing I would ever say, and especially personal, I don't want nobody. If somebody tell you they need to go for me when they bury me, they lying like a motherfucker. Just telling you right now, they trying to come up. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna do no, my family like that or my kids like that.
right, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Yeah, they
And
lying. You know
what
what I mean?
what's what's out there that's even uh, okay? at most of your jobs out there,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can sign up for what they call the group insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on your job has it, right?
Yep.
If you got a job, it's there. And they ask you about once a year, do you want to get in on the group insurance? And you put like you can put 50,000 or 100,000, on yourself for literal pennies on the dollar, for real.
Mm-hmm.
It might cost you $3 a week or $3 a month or something like that. Um, it's out there for you. And then you can even add what's called accidental,
Yeah.
the accidental death and dismemberment, the AD&D. You see it on there,
Mm-hmm.
which which means, and that's a couple dollars more, which means if you were to die due to an accident, whatever dollar amount that you had signed up for, they double it,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you and it doesn't have to be an accident on the job. It can just be an accident.
Right.
But you've asked for that.
And just like the Colorado kid that just passed, 23 years old. Couldn't nobody see that? You know what
Nobody
I
saw
mean?
that coming.
Nobody could have saw that happening. You know what I mean?
Nobody saw that
Driving back to school. Shit. Hopefully his parents was covered. Had him covered, or he had
hopefully
himself
his
covered. You know
parents
what I mean?
were covered. And
Yeah.
really, let's be real. Um, the these kids getting all this NIL money and making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars while they're in school. Man, these kids they need to do a policy on themselves. You know,
Absolutely.
if y'all out there know a way that we can get this information to these kids and their representatives and whatever, hey, sign us sign us up. Let me talk to these people, and
They
I'm doing
they
my due
they
diligence.
gonna get it when they share these videos. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get it. You know what
Videos,
I
man.
mean? They gonna yeah.
You
Because
know,
not only your life insurance, you can also lose it. It also could be like a savings plan too, right?
absolutely.
And you can borrow against it, right?
And you can
Some plans. Yep.
borrow against it if if you need that. And that's the good thing about doing them for your kids and stuff too. You put
Mm-hmm.
that money away, and let's say hey, nothing happens to them. Everything goes well, and now it's time for them to start these college applications and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And
Right. Buy a
that,
house, a car,
yeah,
whatever shit.
car or house, you want to borrow some money from it, $5,000-10,000 to help pay for uh the application process or a new car because they graduated and stuff like that. You can
Mm-hmm.
borrow from these policies and with little to no interest back. Sometimes you don't even have to pay that loan back. So
That's
uh,
right.
there's a lot of different ways to do this stuff.
Absolutely. So look here, man. That's why we do it in this Wealth Wednesdays. We here to help you. You know what I mean? If you need somebody, know somebody that needs some help, you know what I mean? Don't understand your credit ain't good or your family member credit ain't good. Bring them on Wealth Wednesdays. We're gonna teach them how to get it right. Hey, we are behind times when it comes to this shit, right?
Right, right.
And yeah, we are way behind. Like I said, this type of shit should be taught in school. Instead of some of them classes that we was taking in school, they should this should be a class for real. But
Absolutely.
there's a reason why it's not because they want to keep your ass in a negative, right? They don't want you to know. They don't want you to get out of debt. They don't want you to own debt. They want you to owe debt. They'll give you these hard shit to put yourself behind the eight ball so your ass and give you so you going to college and you accruing all this goddamn debt, paying for all this goddamn college loans and all this other shit by the time you graduate. And then when you graduate, you don't even use the goddamn degree for what you got it for, and you out there working at you know what I'm saying, Chick-fil-A or some shit. You know what I mean? And then you got a 60 or $100,000 debt on attached to your ass that you gotta get up out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is a different world, and it's like I said, there's no way to play this game if you don't know the fucking rules. Learn the rules, people. Learn the rules and set up your family, your kids. Your mama, your dad. If they still around, it ain't too late for them. You know what I'm
right.
saying? It's not too late for them to learn this game.
Yep.
As long as you here and you breathing, You know what I mean? And you moving, you shaking and baking, you should know this game.
You should want to learn.
You should want to learn. You have to learn this stuff. You know what I mean? It's I just like too many to find things in life for me not to have it. You know what I mean? And there ain't no way to get it if you ain't got credit. I'm just telling you. You know what I mean? You play around with it if you want to, you know, but that's not the business. It's not the way to go. You guys got to start understanding how to invest your money. I'm gonna teach you everything on this thing. I'm gonna teach you how to set up your LLCs. I'm gonna teach you how to invest your money. I'm gonna teach you about
Absolutely.
stocks, right? I'm gonna teach you I'm gonna teach y'all the whole game. But you know, that's gonna come with the membership as we grow, right? You
Yep.
know, yeah, we're gonna line y'all up and have y'all tight. Everybody, we gonna all gonna get rich together.
Yeah, we going yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, and live
we
rich. Yeah, and it
together,
ain't got to. Yeah,
learn together and grow together.
yeah, and it ain't necessarily got to be however much money you got in the bank. Just as long as your shit is structured properly, that's wealth in itself. You know what I mean? Because it's less stress, right? I'm gonna teach you how to do that. So, anyways, we at the 30-minute mark, half hour mark. D Mac, you got something for him today, and let's get up out of here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always got something for them. Here's my word of the day. If your best isn't good enough for them, maybe they just asking you for too much.
In order to have anything in this world, you must sneak up on it. In order to
Hey
have
man, this is the Kind K show as we speak
anything
up
in
on it
this
Monday through
world,
Friday,
you
6:30
must
p.m.
sneak up
Pacific
on it.
Standard Time. I appreciate y'all checking in with us. Tell a friend, man. We trying to build this channel up. You know, help us help you. That's all we want to do, man. Give you a little bit of entertainment. You know what I mean? To
Sir,
go along with a little knowledge, and what could be wrong with that, right?
there's nothing wrong with that, brother.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, and we'll see y'all tomorrow on Thursday's talk, man.
Happy birthday to T Hemp out there today.
T Hemp's birthday today.
Yeah, we gave you the day off.
Yeah, gave him a day off. I saw him out there on the golf course today.
Yeah, he did pretty good out there.
All right, we out.
I'll be good.
Wealth Wednesdays. Don't forget to tell people Wealth Wednesday. Every Wednesday we're gonna do Wealth Wednesday. We give you a little bit more and more and more and more and more, and so we can get y'all straight, get y'all right. And then we're gonna create. We got a whole curriculum for you when you sign up for it, and you'll be able to teach your families and keep this for life. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Trust me, this is a class in itself, and I'm gonna give it to you.